Hi everyone. Today I'm going to explain the differences between professional liability policies versus management liability policies. I always see that there is a confusion in understanding the differences, so it is very important you understand the difference. So both are kind of specialty insurance because it covers unique kind of risk, right? So when you talk about professional liability, as per the definition, it covers errors or negligence in professional services. Say a doctor or engineer, anybody can provide professional services to their customers, right? When they do that, when there is a negligence involved, as a result, the end customer have got some impact. You can use this policy, professional liability policy, otherwise called as errors and omissions insurance. As the name itself suggests, it's a kind of error or kind of omissions, negligence that results in some loss to the clients. Whereas management liability is a little bit different, right? Here it covers wrongful acts by company itself. Sometimes the company or directors or officers. Because when a director or officers, when they are making some decisions, they are not just making it as from their individual perspective, they are making it from the company perspective. So when that happens, you need to have management liability policy to have required protection. So what it covers basically, when you talk about professional liability, it can covers doctors, lawyers, right, consultants, insurance agents, etc., etc. So when they are providing services based on their expertise, if something happens as a mistake and it impacts the end clients, then they can use this professional liability insurance policies to cover themselves. Whereas management liability, as I told you, it basically covers company executives, directors, officers, because each and every decision that they make is on behalf of the company. So what kind of risk, right? Like, when you talk about professional liability, maybe as I told you, due to errors, right? An insurance agent could provide some kind of advice to the customers, which could result in some loss, right? So any errors or omissions or negligence in terms of their service, which could result in some kind of loss to the client. So that is where you use professional liability. Whereas management liability is more of management decisions, right? Like, sometimes employee practices like management team have kind of laid off a particular employee, later it is found that it is a wrong decision. So in those scenarios the employees can kind of file a lawsuit. So those scenarios will be covered under management liability as a result of the management team's decision. So basically, if you see the common buyers for each type of policies, right? Like law firms, IT consultants, insurance agencies, medical professionals, anybody can get professional liability. As I told you, it is based on the profession when they have some kind of negligence that impacts the end clients. Whereas management liability is traditionally bought by the companies, right? Like private companies, public companies, non-profits, because if their directors or officers are making some decision that is not kind of aligns with the overall company's vision, or that impacts negatively the employees or third parties, then they need required protection. So let's take a quick real-time example. Professional liability. Say insurance agent forgets to add a rider, meaning endorsement to the client's policy, even though the clients have informed them. And at the end of the day, if there is a claim, if it's getting denied because of insurance agent's fault, then you can use the professional liability. Whereas management liability, as I told you, a board member issued by the investors for financial misstatements, right? Sometimes kind of board member can give some statements to the public, which could result in stops decreasing because they gave some incorrect information or anything else, something like that. So basically, in short, professional liability is for the professionals who are working to service the people. It could be doctors, engineers, whereas management liability is for the companies to cover up their directors and officers as a result of their decisions. Thank you once again for your continuous support. Have a great day.